Opening statements are complete today in Brown County Court in the trial of a Greenfield man accused of stabbing a Green Bay man. 31-year-old Jahari Jelks charged with attempted murder in the stabbing of a 56-year-old man in December of 2024. Police arrested Jelks after the man picked him out of a lineup. In opening statements today, the defense says the only evidence is the victim's identification of Jelks. There's no physical evidence that places him at the crime. They also state that a key witness either did not speak with police during the investigation or told officers they had no information at the time. That trial is scheduled to last for about 4 days.